Hello everyone and welcome to Caribou Creek MX. This is going to be the kickoff for HRL MT week number 8, second Triple Crown in the regular season. So yeah, starting off with a MX here first, Reach MX that I think we've had in the season. Going to be another one later on in the grand finals, but yeah, this is the first one we've had so far. It's a new one made by Roman. And we're cooking through it here. It's like middle island of Forge World, something that gets used a little bit for these MX tracks. I feel like it doesn't get used as often in general, but these MX tracks usually offers up pretty good layouts as part of the map. So there you go. Let's go through the lineup. It's going to be Camby, Armada, Slaunch, Soul, Roman, Luke, Detail, Hunter, and Blake. And when the goose pops, we're going to go green. And we're going green. And it's going to be, I believe, a 20 lapper. Looks like Detail's going to have the lead early on. Slaunch coming out in second. This section here very tricky, especially at the start. A lot of people going to be bogging down. Run for Ramda there on the inside. So we're going to approach the trickiest part of the track. This section right here. Oh, and Blake gets it absolutely wrong. Goes down early. Everybody else, surprisingly, seemed to keep it on four wheels. Even if they had to slow down. But yeah, Blake having a rough one. And it's not ideal. It's going to be a pretty good start if you could get through that clean. It's Hunter and Armada battling here early on. This is for fourth. This looks like it's Camby up to, I believe, an early podium spot. Yeah. Roman trying to fight his way in there. Detail already with a pretty big lead. Trying to bounce back. Slaunch getting the last MX dub. Yeah, that section right there. Very tricky. See, it gets Armada right there. It doesn't flip, but goes down. There you go, Ramda. Had to highlight the power slide for you. Into the failure. Yeah, Detail with a pretty big lead so far. Maybe extended it a little bit that lap, but obviously got a lot of it on the first lap. Slaunch still looking good in second, having some issues. Hit him with the curse. Hunter down too. It's really going to hurt Slaunch. He's running very solidly in second, but now he's going to lose all the way back to fourth place. Camby now up to second. Oh. Roman trying to fight that around the outside. Not going to happen quite yet, but I was going to say might get it here. I'll Slaunch with a send. I don't know if that's going to work out in the end. Oh, I think that's crazy. I think the bump with Camby actually saved him. I don't think Slaunch had the momentum to clear that clean, but he bumped into Camby afterwards, and Camby had the momentum and shifted it over to Slaunch. That's hilarious. Genuinely think that that kind of saved him there. Oh, Roman popping out of that rut. And he's going to lose a lot of time there. Slaunch now trying to fight back for the second place. Really contested here. Blake's starting to approach it again now, too. And it's actually going to pass Camby there now, too. Oh, Camby fighting back to the left. We'll see. They might approach this tricky section too wide. Not quite. But, yep, that's essentially the same thing that happened on lap 1 with Blake and Luke, but it was less of a wreck for Blake, and then he gets hit with the lag cheese. Oh, Soul going down. Wow.
Lap complete.
Yeah, pretty aggressive lag. So, unfortunate for him. But basically the same mistake before that, and it's really difficult to take this section in general, but especially when you're taking it like as far off to the right as he's doing it. You have to really nail it, get your tires down, and get a clean landing. And Roman did a decent enough job of it there. Wasn't perfectly clean, but it was good enough to, you know, to clear it. Slanch gets the bog there, trying something different, trying to go a little lower on the rut. Not working. Camby was behind Hunter and Luke there, so Camby must have had some... Well, yeah, I mean, obviously he had the thing with Blake, but must have had, like, bigger issues, too. I don't think that would have costed him that much. See if we can keep this up. This is a good run for Roman so far. Does have the home track advantage here. Yeah, this is a pretty good MX run for him so far. Blake pulled it off after the lag coming out. Just deeming it was too much to keep driving. Oh, Roman pops out of the rut again. It's a pretty costly mistake. It's not just going to gain a ton. Don't think he's going to quite get the pass. He's looking for it. Oh, he looked for it too hard. Oh, what a recovery, though. That's insane. Wow. That is a wild recovery out of Slanch right there. That was like the perfect barrel roll. He honestly hardly lost time. Yeah, see, and that's kind of similar to what happened with Blake there. It's tricky to go that far right and to get that landing down. I do think we have a battle brewing here. I mean, Roman's got the track position right now, but I do think Slanch has the speed. What's this three-way battle here? Oh. Oh, that was close. Thought Hunter was going to get popped out of the rut there, potentially. See how this ends up. This is for... I think this is for fourth now. Fourth, fifth, sixth. I believe. Can be Luke Hunter. Oh, no. Too far to the left. Going down, Hunter going down. Maybe bringing Soul back into this, too. Camby gonna get a little bit more. Ah, and then Hunter with his own mistake afterwards. Man, it looks like something must have happened to Slanch here. You see detail hitting that section right there as Roman crosses the line, so it's like a 2-section gap now. It's a very strong lead off the start, and Roman has about a whole section on Slanch now at this point too. Camby's gotten away. It's Luke and Soul now. Hunter's dropped back a lot. Just had a rough last couple laps. I think Roman might have had like a bit of a case right there. I'm not sure. It seemed like he lost a little bit. I don't think Slanch is necessarily out of this one. Like I said, I think he's got the speed, but Roman's definitely got track position right now. Roman can put down some good laps too, but it seems like he's been a little more mistake prone. I feel like a lot of Slanches have been kind of like forced when going for a move or something like that. Like when he's on his own, I feel like he's been pretty good. Ooh, that's a rough line right there, though. Yep, gonna get the brutal double bog. That's definitely not gonna help him out. Check lap count. 8 to go.
Lap complete.
8 to go. Armada goes down. ETL almost popping out of the rut, trying to avoid him, trying to get around him. And he does. He's going to put Armada a lap down there. Next up will be Hunter. Armada going down again. Struggling. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, this is definitely pretty brutal MX here. The really hard thing about this one is that there's a lot of time gain to be made on this one for sure, but I personally think this is probably like the hardest MX that we've raced on so far to battle on, because a lot of the sections do have some tricky tech to them, but if you try to do anything like too wide, it either is really going to slow you down or really like put you at risk of wrecking. Like, for example, we've seen it multiple times in at that like crest going into the double. It's doable single wide to keep it consistent, but when you try to do it double wide, it very often just leads to a big crash. But at the same time, you only have so many opportunities to go for that pass. When you have the momentum, you kind of got to go for it. So it's just kind of a risky, just kind of a tough thing about this one.
Lap complete.
Like, for example, not the last one we raced, but the H2A MX we raced however many weeks ago. I feel like that one, like, definitely had a preferred line, but that one was a little more, I think that one was a little bit easier to battle on, even though this one's maybe a little more tech. Yeah, I feel like that one was a little easier to battle on. Keep a battle going. Going to be hitting 5 to go here. Oh, looks like might be, yep, going to be putting Hunter a lap down as well. And now here we go, Armada. Oh, here we go. This could spice it up for Roman. Lap traffic action for Roman. Could this be what Slaunch needed to get back in the game here? Roman really trying to set it up. Armada not making it easy. Slaunch is making big gains. And look at this. Yeah, Slaunch gonna have the run through that section. Roman starting to slow down a bit. Armada slides out wide finally. And that'll probably be the pass. He does have the run on the back end. Okay, the Roman gets it way better on the exit. So they'll finally get around Armada, but the damage has been done. Slaunch has gained a ton. Battle for second is still on. It does get a slight bog there at the finish, though. It's going to slow down his progress a bit. This podium fight definitely still on. Roman trying to have a good showing at his own track. Trying to get a good point stay here. He's in a good position. He has a good recovery lap here. This detail's going to be going to 3 to go this time by.
Lap complete.
Where did Slaunch go? What? Oh no, what happened? So we're paying attention to it. We're seeing if Slaunch could, you know, make this happen, and then I guess he black screened. Oh, that is brutal. Yeah, a lot of lag, and I don't know what was up with it, but a lot of just really brutal lag and connection issues on this night. Yeah, again, I don't really know why, but For some reason, it was just like some days Halo just does not want to cooperate, and this was definitely one of those days. Always tends to be on the big race nights, for some reason, which is really annoying. But what can you do? And yeah, I think he's trying to hit the rejoin where he was with Roman. So coming to. Still going to be hitting 2 to go this time by. A couple more laps. He's looking to start off this Triple Crown strong. It's been obviously a perfect race so far. Led every lap. And he's got a massive gap at this point, so just a couple more. Close it out. He's obviously hoping for a better performance in the last MX. The MXs have been pretty good for him this season. The last MX that we did probably wasn't as good as he was expecting, and he's off to a pretty good regain here. And now just one more lap. One more lap to do. Pick up another dub on the season. I think Roman cheesed it. I think Roman messed up. I think Slotch got him back. Oh no. Oh no. So one more time through here. Basically, the last part he needs to keep clean, even though it would have to be so many mistakes. But yeah, Detail gonna do it. Takes the win. Caribou Creek. That gives you an idea of what the gap was at this point. Slaunch gonna be coming home in second. Roman with the podium. Kind of an underrated like comeback drive out of Canby in fourth. Because he had like a really bad issue at some point. Really dropped back a lot. But he wasn't that far off the other podium runners at the end. Luke 5th, Soul 6th. And they're pretty well separated at this point. It's gonna be Hunter 7th. And Biggie bagged at 8th. I'm fast forwarding you, Ramda. I'm sorry. I got 3 races to do. I'm sure he won't mind. Boom. All right, there you go. So there you have Caribou Creek. We're going to be going into, one more time, it's Detail Slaunch Rome on the podium. We're going to be going into Hog Vegas RX. So, yeah, not that much Hog action on the season, but back-to-back weeks, we're getting a little bit of it in there. So, yeah, see you guys there.